Very good day to all of you, my friend. Today we had a group discussion. So for this group, my name is Abdul Malik bin Abdul Muttalib. Matrix number 266504. So we will discuss about one of topic that given, which is about why should Malaysia's young adults need sexual and reproductive health awareness in their life. So maybe my friend will tell us about your view of point. So in this statement, I think maybe we should start with Mr. Kamal. So Mr. Kamal, what is your point for this statement, Mr. Kamal?
Hello guys, my name's Ahmad Kamal Hakim bin Muhammad Noor, matric number 266880. In my personal opinion, I'm very agreeing for young adults is our country to learn and need some awareness of sexual and productivity health in their life. This is because young adults are very much more risk and of course to avoid from sexual harassment. Nowadays, pedophile is one of things that very risk and might be very dangerous to our young adults. So, as long as knowledge for safety sexual or to avoid harassment, it will be priority to young adults. How about your Azim?
Okay. I might be agree with that if we assume that incidents only for sexual harassment. Unfortunately, my point to disagree about Malaysian young adults need sexual and reproductive health awareness because it may drive them to doing free sex underage. As we know, as adolescents reach about 10 to 19 years old according to World Health Organization (WHO). So it will make a bad implication totally from 10 to under 18 years old to doing free sex for underage. So what about you, Mr. Hasnol?
As for me, I think that good for a young adult to learning about sexual health as because good sexual health depend on few factors. First, an environment and a view of self that promote positive and affirming view of sexuality. Second, access to factual, helpful, and comprehensive information about sexuality that lead to healthy behavior. And then, what about you, Faiz?
Excuse me, before you continue, may I put my disagree point on that? As you see, the factors for good sexual health, like an environment, it will make the negativity effect. As you know, adolescents at some thinking wanting to know much. And if you think that will happen if they learn too much on that particular thing, and must be they will curious and desire to know more, and totally their behavior might be bad as they learn the bad words and adult stuff, and older age is under control. So I totally not agree for young adult to learning about sexual knowledge and information.
Wow. Relax. Chill, Faiz and Hasnul. Actually, you both have a good point of that. There are many pro and contra for young adults need sexual and reproductive health awareness, as they also a really sensitive topic for our culture in Malaysia. As we know, for our culture, or we call it shy culture, but to me it will be very priority information and knowledge.
Yeah, I'm also agreeing for that, Malik. young adults needs to learn for all this sexual and productivity helps as they will be on marriage in the future. So to ensure that they will be under control, parents are there supervised to know what they are doing to regularly and every day. Parents should also supervise and teach them from child age as to avoid any bad thing happen in the future.
Unfortunately, young people really don't like the way they are being taught about sex in school. They find the information too negative and scientific, as well as moralistic and irrelevant. They also say it's presented in a way that makes them feel vulnerable and embarrassed, not just for themselves and also for a teacher too. So, Mr. Hasnol, do you agree to this statement?
Okay, let me continue another 2 points. All factor influence for good sexual health. Thirdly, knowledge of the risk of unprotected sex and the action you can take to make sexual activity as safe as possible. And lately, access to sexual health care. So my statement is that every age group should learn and know for sexual and responsive health in their life. Then
However,
what do you think,
yeah.
Faiz?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sloan. However, I still don't disagree. I still disagree. Young adults without children are often just beginning their years of sexual activity, and this can be an exciting time of discovering themselves and their identities. So, as long as sexual health is considered, parents, especially those who are nursing or managing pre-birth and postpartum hormones, may have varying views of diving back into sexual intimacy. So I just stick to the status quo that adolescents are still not suitable for this knowledge. That's all from me.
Wow, everybody got the point there. I think thank you for all your point in our discussion today. There are many pro and contra for young adults need sexual and reproductive health awareness. As within the scope of sexual health, it is important to know different ways of protecting yourself from physical as well as mental harm. For example, ways to physically protect yourself are to practice behaviors of safe sexual experience. Condom usage as well as the use for solutions in unplanned pregnancy and contracting sexually transmit infections. So, I maybe agree that young adults need sexual and reproductive health awareness in their life for future. Just in case in our country, maybe we need to study first between the age about this the knowledge about this sex. Maybe we need a group to discuss this to to start to teach them about sex in schools. Yeah, that's all I think. So I think thank you everybody. Thank you on your point there. So that's all for today. Thank you again on your points. Good points. Thank you all my friends.